15th of September was National Engineers Day in India. First to history, the day marks the birth anniversary of India's first civil engineer. His name was Mokshagundam Visvesvaraya. He was born in Karnataka in 1861. Visvesvaraya had a very interesting education. He got a bachelor's degree in arts and then went on to study civil engineering. He then took up a job as an assistant engineer in Bombay's Public Works Department, and he went on to work with the Irrigation Department. In 1906, he was sent to Yemen, which was then Aden, to study water supply and drainage system. In 1908, Visvesvaraya became the chief engineer of the state of Mysore. We are talking about a time when Mysore was still a princely state. In 1912, he became the Diwan of Mysore. He founded the Mysore soap factory, developed a system to protect the Visakhapatnam port from sea erosion. He built a flood protection system for Hyderabad, also the Bank of Mysuru, the Mysore Iron and Steel Works, the Bangalore Agricultural University. He was also instrumental in the founding of the Government Engineering College in Bangalore. It is quite a long list. And for his contribution to nation building, Visvesvaraya was conferred with the Bharat Ratna, which of course is India's highest civilian award. And this was in the year 1955. Why am I telling you all this? Several decades later, engineering remains very close to the spirit of India, even to this day. In fact, the popular joke is, in India, students' basic education is completed only after engineering. She could choose to be a journalist, a lawyer, a consultant, an actor, even a salesperson. But first, she must be an engineer. According to one estimate, India generated 1.3 million engineers globally. Some of them have made it big globally. We all talk about them. We write about them. They are leading some of the biggest tech companies around the world. Let me say a few names. Google CEO Sundar Pichai studied BTech from IIT Kharagpur. Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella studied engineering at the Manipal Institute of Technology. Twitter CEO Parag Agrawal is an alumnus of IIT Bombay. So is FedEx CEO Raj Subramaniam. IBM's Arvind Krishna studied at IIT Kanpur. Back in India too, Indian engineers are the backbone of the country's thriving IT industry. But to be honest, it is not all rosy. India's engineering degree has lost its sheen over the years. While the country's premier colleges continue to hone some of the brightest minds, for the most part, Indian engineers fall short of the required skill. And I'm not saying this, the numbers are. An employability assessment company called Aspiring Minds published a report in 2019. It found that 80% of engineers in India are unfit to take up any job in the knowledge economy. The report further said that India's engineers lack the relevant digital skills, also advanced tech skills. I am talking about the likes of AI, artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science, etc. The report further says only 1.5% of engineers in India have the skills required for new age jobs of today. These are certainly not flattering numbers. And for India, a country that prides itself in its engineers and engineering colleges, its engineering acumen, these numbers are bad news. If India is to preserve the spirit of engineering, rather preserve the spirit of top-notch engineering, it must start by reinventing engineering education altogether in the country. Bring it at par with global standards, factor in global changes, focus on research, focus more on skill development. This won't be an easy challenge, but it will be worth it, because just like Visvesvaraya, who helped in building modern India, today's engineers will be the ones building the digital India of the future. Your future, my future. WION World is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.